Please ma'am. I will do everything, please don't fail me. You will do anything? Yes. Me trying to stay informed. Yet another devastating historical event happening. Cameraman, how many close-up shots of feet do you want? Quentin Tarantino, yes. Theater showing The Mummy, me. It's the 2017 one. Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, the third one. Never ask a woman her age, a man, his salary, Hans Niemann how he cheated in chess. Americanized versions of foreign food, actual foreign foods. When mom hits you with a what happened to you boy, you used to be so happy, smiling all the time. When you're about to put the stickers on your Lego set, you've only got one shot. Dad, when I grow up I'm going to report memes. MLG era mother duckers every time they saw something with a triangle shape. Me realizing that 100 grams of marijuana contains 0.5 milligrams of vitamin C, so you can reach the recommended daily intake of vitamin C by smoking 19 kilograms of weed every day. When you borrow someone a pencil and you see them packing it in their bag. Remove your hand from the box and you die. What's in the box? My tralala. Humans. Abundance through technological advancements. Artificial scarcity. When I see a picture of my friend in the wall of people who stole from Walmart. Gen Z after seeing historical events happening every day that impacts the world. I'm tired boss. Me, it's just a fart, letting it rip. The semi-solid mass about to exit me. The element of surprise. Me trying to think of a single strength I have during a job interview. Me after the police officer said, anything you say can and will be held against you in court. White people in anime. White people in Western cartoons. Oh my god, I'm struggling to pay rent with this inflation lol. Really? That sounds crazy. Good luck with that. Blocks her. What an asshole. Blocks him. When you ask your mom for money and she says, bring me my purse. Mom. Me. Her purse. Yo kid, it's me, the letter Z. Cell phone manufacturers. Wireless chargers are more convenient than wired chargers. Cell phone. Wireless charger. AC cooling my car from 35 to 20 degrees Celsius. My girl. Open the window. Selling bobblehead dolls of Michael J. Fox and Muhammad Ali could raise a lot of money for Parkinson's research. Live in big city, everything is expensive because of how much demand there is. Move to small town. Everything is expensive because of how little supply there is. How to Train Your Dragon if it were a Disney remake. Waiting in line high as duck, practicing my order in my head. Me after I got rich and lowered rent to $1,200 a month. Interviewer. Why do you want this job? The interviewee. I want this job so I can make money. The interviewer. For some reason. Despicable. Retract that statement and apologize at once. Excel. The entire global financial system. Americans lamenting the USA becoming a low trust society. The developing world. First time. My life is a fairy tale, but the author is German. Cinema when women have cancer. Cinema when men have cancer. Do you have sauce? Sure. Here you go. Well, I don't agree. This is bad science. Age 14. I'm an awkward fellow. After all. Age 41. I'm an awkward fellow. After all. Me sparring light to stay fit and have some fun. The dude who is on his third divorce. So there's people paying less than $1,200 for rent. Doctors diagnosing neurodiverse kids. Middle schoolers diagnosing neurodiverse kids. So, my daughter tells me you're really into 90s hip hop. F-o shizzle, my nizzle. You have exactly 10 seconds to start crip walking. Unlock the door of your house and win $1 million. But only if you can get the key in the keyhole in one go. No, that's not possible. Simba, my uncle killed my father and is trying to kill me now. Timon and Pumbaa, oh wow, have you tried just not ducking worrying about it? When your homie reveals a deep secret about you, just to make a mid-girl laugh. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. I've always had a crush on you back in high school. How she stared at me for 4 years. Boss, what does the red button under your side of the table do? Disney/Pixar promoting their completely original films. Disney/Pixar promoting their sequels and remakes. Me showing a rich old woman with dementia our family photos generated by AI so she can include me in her will. Me changing the oil regularly. My 20-year-old cabin filter. Me thanking God that he made me autistic. If World War III happens I won't have go. The lion does not concern himself with Microsoft Teams notifications. Me tries to hang out with friends. My friends. Me trying to sleep. A random mosquito. I need ultra realistic graphics or it's unplayable. Still logs 3000 hours in Minecraft. Bilinguals when a website is automatically translated for them. Criminals in Metropolis unloading their entire clip into the guy who is literally bulletproof. Do not become addicted to sleeping with fan on. It will take hold of you and you will resent its absence. World War III. You won't happen before GTA 6 comes out, right? World War III. When your ugly friend calls you twin. Auto 1080p. Manually clicking on 1080p. Anyone. Maybe starting World War III is a bad idea, I don't know. The bots. You're sheltering enemies of the state, aren't you? Vegans be like, wow, my cereal tastes so great. Store doesn't open until 8 AM. Old people at 6:38. Hello. I'm going to create a dystopian future. You mean dystopian, right? Right. My inner voice, whenever I take vitamin D capsule. The power of the sun in the palm of my hand. This is what Japan thinks what American chicks wear. Social friend thinks you are taking a rest. You died 15 days ago. Millennial. Tell me the truth. I'm ready to hear it. Having friends you can meet in person is way better than any online friend. You only have $100. Super Saiyan. $99. Asian wife. $50. 5'9" goth girl. $1. Dream car. $50. 100 goth girls. Cuck booth. New Ike display just dropped. Me getting executed in 2027 for being autistic. Me normally. I'm not that patriotic. Me after learning the British use disposable barbecue grills. Are ya winning, son? Yeah, dad. Thanks. Join son's game. You're such a noob, son. When your manager says no pressure, but then stands behind you the entire time. Congratulations, you've graduated college. Where will you go next? Me. I don't know. I never thought I'd get this far. Her friend. So is he rich? Her. I mean, his fridge is fully stocked, so you could say that. Smokers be like, yeah, I'm fine and healthy, then look like this. Me, mom, can I get a cat? Mom, we have a cat at home. Cat at home. Watching my investments go extinct due to some old people's ego. When you see your friend that died 5 years ago walking around with his big titty necromancer girlfriend. You did it. You crazy son of a bitch, you did it. A nice and peaceful homework session with my dad. Me acting like everything is fine. Me freaking out on the inside. World leaders saving the planet. Wars. When you thought your fit was fire but someone makes fun of you. To be honest, you're chubby. Shut up. It's not true. I've been on a diet for a month now. Haha, you're a dwarf. I can see your little dick from here. Autistic kid. Look. I'm depressed and suicidal. Some people have it worse than you. My life finally getting on track. World War III. The guy saying Japan is a paradise. He's never talked to a Japanese person in his life. The guy saying Japan is a hellhole. He's never talked to a Japanese person in his life. Italian. Yesterday night I had the worst nightmare of my life. Therapist. What was that about? Italian. When she explains that her boyfriend is super supportive of her OnlyFans career and that he quit his job to help her produce content and finds guys to have Shreks with her. Me knowing what a ducking pimp is. How was your first day as a 911 operator? Him, some idiot woman called and tried to order a pizza. I tried telling her she called 911 and not a pizza restaurant, but she wouldn't stop crying. 9-year-old me at Payless with my mom. Mom, see how it feels when you run. Me watching the person who killed me in Among Us say it wasn't him. Me after I put the fitted sheet on my bed by myself. Rare enjoyers enjoying their raw slab of meat. Well done enjoyers enjoying their slab of car tire. Me 8 seconds after ordering food. How it feels riding around with no tint. Spending $80 on a game. Spending $300+ on cosmetics in a Ref2P game. When you planned the whole conversation in your head, but the other person doesn't follow the damn script. The nerve of some people. Me still paying my home loans with my 11th salary. My grandpa who bought his house with his first salary. That moment when you're a bully and you ask the quiet girl out as part of a prank and now you're 14 years and 3 kids in too deep to let her know she was pranked. The cashier when you don't want to donate money to billionaires. Point of view, you're an immigrant at a Home Depot in LA. CEOs when they've successfully scammed people. CEOs when they've made slightly less than what they were expecting. The CIA watching me blow their cover by making a meme about them watching me. When everyone is bombing each other but no one invites you. Me, I can't wait for my next day off. I'm going to be so productive. Me on my day off. Girl turns on Mick. Filipino players. Mr. White, Jess, we need to cook. Saul's subplot. Futurama didn't even prepare me for this. Always thinking about the sheriff's app getting bigger in Scary Movie 3. Red onions are clearly purple. Your love is what gives me the energy to keep going in life. Mitochondria. I use hard drugs and now my life is a misery. So you'll stop using them, right? you'll stop using them, right? White man has been here. How can you tell? Forklifts. Me googling a phone number instead of answering it. Women sniffing out. If a guy's on the spectrum versus women sniffing out. If a guy's going to beat and abuse them. Air vibrates in a pattern. Humans. Foreign students, when the US government says they have to go, they don't owe their entire life savings to student loan anymore. 58%. Tomato 149 reviews. 84%. Popcorn Mitter. 500 plus verified ratings. It's time for you to look inward and start asking yourself the big questions. Are moms getting hotter, or are you just getting older? Doppler Forosizzle. Me with narc and blow darts in section 8 apartments ruining everyone's high. Jet fuel can't melt steel beams, so it cuts them at a 45 degrees angle. People who tell you not to eat any eggs. People who tell you to eat a 12 plus eggs a day. Skibbity day day, yes yes. How often do you think about the Holy Roman Empire? I wish they'd teach us more about Vikings. Girls trying to win him over. Heavy breathing. Average my cat/dog has passed away story. Average my hamster has passed away story. How it feels listening to someone do an accurate impression of you in front of everyone. The grind never starts, I'm sleeping. Support for Windows 10 is going to end soon. Why the duck haven't you upgraded yet? I'll wait for Windows 12. The loot I would drop if I died in a video game. Got any fatherly advice for me? Buy shares and take loans against it, and enjoy tax-free life. What kids eat now? What kids ate back then? YouTube after companies paid them to show ads, and we paid them to not show ads. This and some quality time together. Sorry, sir. No pets allowed. Excuse me? That's my wife. Men after knowing each other for a month. Bro, what's your name? I don't pay attention to beer prices. The duck I'm a do not get beer. How the duck did they build this without any Lego instructions? Has the princess been kidnapped again? Yes, but this time it'll be different. We don't negotiate with terrorists. How the duck did they build this without any group chats, iced coffee or mental breakdowns? Me when my friend has been cursed to turn into a brick wall by a sorcerer, and he said I have to find a long cylinder that carry the antidote that can turn him back. So I asked him how long is the cylinder? You know the rules, 3 wishes. Oh boy, I wish for some romance in my life. Romance. Done. No. Like a girlfriend. Give me a goth girlfriend. Goth girlfriend. Done. Goth not gothic. Got. You suck. Everyone else's summer. My summer. Long time no see. Huh. Biz biz mother ducker. Humans' natural defense against harmful bacteria. Animals' natural defense against harmful bacteria. How's the world's greatest healthcare system doing? Woman charged nearly $700 for being forced to wait 7 hours in emergency room and leaving without treatment. Jesus ducking Christ. The duality of man. Special instructions. Send your cutest delivery boy. When the teacher asks for your name, but ChatGPT servers are down. Saddam Hussein. When your dyslexic ass joins the ISS. Every newborn in the world has a 25% chance of being born Indian. My dad when I'm almost 30 and haven't had a girlfriend since high school. Why are you gay? When someone asks me about directions in the city I lived in my whole life. Someone that won't work. Me after it works. X and Y after betraying the alphabet to join numbers. The man doesn't know there is a snake underneath. The woman doesn't know there is a stone crushing the man. How the duck did this happen? Duck my stupid shrimpy life. Duty timing. Night shift. 5 PM to 5 AM. Day shift. 5 AM to 5 PM. When someone says thank you and you're stuck between you're welcome and no problem, so you say your problem. I duck around. I find out. I don't duck around. I find out. Rethink your weekend. Fried foods and beer 1500 calories. Yellow cake uranium. 20 billion calories. Really healthy people. Really unhealthy people. Taking 3 shits a day. Hearing an alarm I've never heard before at work. I work in a ducking infectious diseases lab. Me seeing the therapist not laugh at my joke and start taking notes. She's stealing the joke. Thank you for saving my life. Lol go outside loser. My younger brother overreacting, so I get punished by our parents. Black coffee drinkers for some reason. I ducking hate you and hope you die. I like cream and sugar in my coffee. My rumored tweaking. Buy wireless device. Look inside. Flesh. Picky eaters when there isn't chicken nuggets on the menu. Billionaires. Gets into politics. To try and influence people. Me if I had $1 billion. That pre-broke stage. Like you ain't broke yet, but you can see it coming. When you unplug all the beeping things at the hospital and everyone starts sleeping better. What can I say except you're welcome? They don't know that I live in their walls. The friendship. Me if I don't text or talk first. When you lose your girl at a party and you check the plugs room. People 10 years ago. Imagine a future where AI does everything for you. Life would be so much simpler. Mother duckers today when they see something made by AI. AI is still terrible at making realistic humans. Me, sad because no one invites me anywhere. Someone finally invites me. Me, no. How it feels to be interested in an objectively attractive person. There is a labor shortage. Apply for job. Not hiring. Water in the water tank? Wrong. Elisa. Japan trying to figure what else they can turn into a Kit Kat flavor. Use melon, banana, hazelnut, cookies and cream, pork, apple, caramel flan, orange, mocha, blueberry, strawberry. Hire A-list celebrities with no voice acting experience. Hire real voice actors. Animation studios. A lot of you would fold in this situation. CS/id students. Look, we have same code. No, you stole my code. Mechanical students. Man, I stole your CAD file. It's not my file. When you tell a slightly offensive joke at the dinner table. You, your brother, the guest, the creature hiding in the closet. Begging people to act right. Detachment. Pockets are used to keep things. Pockets are for scratching balls. I miss when I could learn how to cook meth on YouTube. How bro looks at me when he asks if I'd take it 8 inches deep for enough money to feed generations and I say yes. We eating good tonight. I'm joking, I threw it back. Ducking hell. Thought there was a parrot. My anger level usually. My anger level when someone is in the kitchen with me. When you discovered that Nicolas Cage turned down the leading role for Speed, The Matrix and Constantine, in addition to the role of Eragon from The Lord of the Rings. You fought well. Is this your card? No. Check under your coochie lip. Partner, I'm gonna put your balls in my mouth. Me. Don't touch my balls. Charlie Munger. Crypto traders want to get rich quick without doing anything for civilization. Thank God all hedge funds, investment bankers, oil magnates and politicians are doing all they can for civilization. Running 3 kilometers will increase your life by 20 minutes. But it takes 30 minutes. True crime podcasters who don't want to get sued. Allegedly. Best mewing ever. I can't be the only person seeing what I'm seeing. Risalina is a guardian of the cosmos, watches everything, and is literally a goddess. Also Risalina. How I feel after I gave the pregnant lady my seat at the bus instead of just beating her and her unborn kid. Everyone told Sam not to sing, but Sam sung. While Greeks and Romans kept using lead-lined cookware, even when they knew it was poison. How could they be so stupid? Oh my god, how convenient. Bro, I'm telling you my bowl might look like it has some food left, but there is basically nothing in it. Point of view. You're a child in the 1940s with a history of mental issues, and your parents have found a miraculous solution. Alien that has an IQ of like 50,000. First thing he does when he wakes up is going on a Hulk rampage like a retard. What was his ducking problem? Hey rabbit population, how's it going? What?